Furthermore, it can travel double that distance deep into enemy lines while avoiding radar detection, thanks to this rotary air refueling system that extends all the way out, as shown here. This maximizes its range to 12,000 miles with the Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker and allows it to remain airborne for 44 hours. That is almost 2 days in the air, which is a remarkable engineering feat. The bombers cross into the Middle East via routes over Lebanon, Syria, and Iraq, though it remains unclear whether these nations have been notified. As the B-2s approached Iranian airspace, the mission entered its most critical phase. U.S. forces unleashed a range of electronic warfare tactics and decoys. Fast-moving aircraft and jamming systems were deployed ahead of the bombers, designed to confuse and blind Iranian radar and missile defenses. At the same time, U.S. fighter jets and surveillance aircraft conducted sweeps to detect any potential threats, whether from the air or from surface-to-air missile batteries. Thanks to their stealth capabilities and carefully coordinated flight profiles, the B-2s went unnoticed. This is the Fordow nuclear facility, one of the most heavily fortified and deeply buried sites in Iran's nuclear program. But what exactly makes it so difficult to destroy? Fordow is protected by a complex network of defenses, including 6 tunnel entrances leading into its underground uranium enrichment facility. The most critical parts of the site, specifically the enrichment infrastructure, are buried deep inside a tunnel approximately 200 meters long, carved directly into the side of a mountain. The main enrichment chamber is believed to sit directly beneath the mountain ridgeline, hidden under a massive layer of rock. From the tunnel entrance to the chamber, the distance spans roughly 200 meters. The terrain itself adds another layer of defense. It starts off with a gentle slope near the tunnel entrances, but becomes significantly steeper about 160 meters from the ridge, providing natural protection from overhead strikes. And here's where it becomes even more challenging. If the enrichment chamber sits at the same elevation as the tunnel entrances, it's shielded by approximately 40 meters of solid rock when approached from narrow vertical angles, around 25 degrees. A bomb dropped directly from above or even at a 40-degree off-axis angle, as would be typical for a high-altitude strike from a subsonic B-2 bomber, would need to break through up to 40 meters of dense mountain rock to reach its target. To overcome this, the U.S. deployed 6 B-2 Spirit bombers, each armed with GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators, deep-penetrating bunker buster bombs designed for hardened targets like Fordow. These strikes targeted the mountain ridge directly above the tunnel network and underground enrichment halls, aiming to penetrate the fortified layers and disrupt Iran's nuclear operations. The B-2s also targeted at least 6 of the known tunnel entrances leading into the facility. Post-strike satellite imagery, along with assessments from weapons experts, confirmed that at least 3 of the 4 main entrances sustained significant damage.